Cheryl, first of all, how are you doing? That was kind of a scary fall.
It was a scary fall. I'm just grateful that it wasn't on cement, but because of the ballroom floor and the springs underneath it, it saved my life, really, because I think that would have been, there was no controlling. I just remember the feeling I had. I was like, oh, here I go, I'm going down. I didn't realize it was going to be so hardcore, though.
Yeah, it wasn't fun to watch either, I can tell you that, because I had a front row seat.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, what was going through your head the moment she starts falling and then you hear that?
It was at that moment, though, you know, at the end.
It's basically like a reverse trust fall.
Yes.
If you really think about it. And I did not know beforehand that basically the minute she feels anything of me, any kind of contact, she's going to start going down.
I have to slowly go.
Yeah. And she barely felt a fingertip, and she just went down. And I was nowhere near where I was supposed to be. I hadn't picked up enough speed, and I was just
happens.
That's why I threw myself down, because I'm like, okay, what the happened?
But also, like, because I didn't get up right away and finish the routine, I think, you know, it was, listen, I feel like I had whiplash a little bit, and I just have to be careful for the next couple of days. You know, the PT, the physical therapist said, ideally, rest tomorrow and Wednesday, but obviously that can't happen.
No, I mean, I've had a fall that was 12 feet straight down in our Vegas residency.
That's crazy.
And I don't remember any of it. I finished the show barely, but like, a fall is a fall, and if you hit your head, you hit your head. So like, oh yeah, but I really messed up my sciatic bad. Like I couldn't sit for about a week. So yeah, I mean, you just don't know. And her adrenaline was going, but you know, so the pain hadn't set in yet, and she was talking, which is good. She was coherent, which was good, and there was no bleeding.
And I was like,
which I would have passed out if there was bleeding.
Oh, I would have passed out.
I would have been like, oh,
I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Cheryl, now did you sustain any injuries? Or I know your doctor said to rest, which is kind of not possible because you guys got to keep going.
Look, I'm taped up right now. I've got tendonitis in both shoulders, and my left rotator cuff was the weakest, and now I think I've been kind of just using the right side as much as possible, and now this is kind of on its last string. So you just have to be careful here, because it's like a fine line, right? Now you really have to leave me.
Yep.
You got to take
control. She set me up to get a really good frame. No?
Yeah, true. Yeah. Maybe subconsciously.
Well, you guys did come back though, and you delivered a great performance. How do you feel about the judges' overall scores tonight?
I'm honestly happy. You know, to me, it's every week to me is like a learning curve. So, you know, like they said this week, my footwork was fantastic, and but the frame.
But then your waltz in the frame was good.
But yeah, so yeah, it's like, you know, so it's between the two, but I know that there's one underlying issue with me, which is my frame, and that's been the issue from day one.
And this is why I think hip-hop dancers or any type of dance experience coming onto this show is actually, I feel, more challenging than no dance experience. Because he's got the habits of dancing, first of all, not with a partner. So how is he going to, you know, like distribute weight from foot to foot? Like, that's just not in the vocabulary, in your vocabulary the last 35 years.
And I'm not a male pro dancer, so I don't know the first thing about leading or frame or any of that stuff. So I really, really, really have to lean on Cheryl for everything, literally everything.
Now I have to lean on you.
Now you lean on me, so I got you, baby.
Next week, she's got to lean on you, AJ.
Yep. I will take care of my partner.
We have the rumba, and so it couldn't have come at a perfect time.
Yeah. From what I've seen, it's not as much frame oriented. Not like this. I hope not.
A smaller version.
Okay, smaller's good. Smaller's good.
Yeah.